Wacky Friday, Ian Friday.
Yee! Friday, where we have Friday fun and we have Wacky Friday fun and great art.
Kind of fun.
Oh, Cubbies.
So everybody should know it's a regular guest, like the regular guest, Friday regular guest, Ian Jackson. And we call it Ian Friday. And this is not a serious place. We have Wacky Friday fun with great art. And we try to put it together.
And there's no Jack Daniels today.
Yes.
There's no Jack Daniels today.
Because if you have Jack Daniels this week, we're going to send you to AA. And I don't mean for a car renewal.
So, hello, Lisa B and Goswina in the chat. Thanks for being here early.
Hey, Goswina.
And today's broadcast was brought to you by a box of OXO.
It is. A box of OXO.
Right there. Yeah. You see it.
Yeah, so those of you who are following the story, we had a conversation a while ago about OXO, and we've been in lockdown, and I ain't even been able to get out of the house, never mind buy a box of OXOs. So here's a box of OXOs on its way to our beloved friend Paul over in the United States of America.
Here, Ian,
because they've not got the.
Whoop! I'm on the wrong way. Just hand it to me. Thank you.
Oh, it didn't quite happen that one day, maybe. John Quinn, hello.
Give it a few decades, and pretty soon our technology will be able to do that.
We'll teleport it. Mind you, somebody will still find a way of ripping us off with it.
John Quinn.
Anyway, I want to start. We're because I've got a genuine rant of the week, so I want to start on a rant. So yesterday, my beloved football team, Barnsley, who were threatened with relegation, played a certain football team local to us called Leeds United. And Leeds United were expected to be promoted and go up to the next division. And they were going to batter Barnsley. It was going to be a 5 or 6-0. We only lost 1-0. And we had to score a goal for them. It were an home goal. And we battered them. But we lost. So that's my rant of the week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ian. But, you know, what can I say?
That's football for you. You can play better than another team and still lose. Hello, Chrissy.
Yes, hello, Chrissy. Hello, John Quinn.
There's no such thing as losing.
Well, there is.
No.
Hello, Chrissy.
Yeah, there is. you know, Gracie. When I grew up as a kid, there was no participating trophy. You either were first, second, or third, or whatever. If you lost, you lost, and that's what you had to learn as a kid, and that teaches you a lot about life.
Well, losing at something, isn't it? Like, for example, if I entered myself into an art competition and I lost and I didn't get the winning prize, would that stop me from doing art ever again? Would I go, oh no, it's a disaster, I'll never paint again?
No, actually, it encourages you to do better and try harder.
You keep
to better yourself.
There's actually a really famous artist who I was watching a documentary about, and it happened to him many, many times. He painted all these really great paintings, and he applied him. I think it was Paul Cézanne. I think it were, and he applied to join the, the art institution. And every year he put a painting into
that show, the big show.
Yeah, and every year, for his entire life, they pushed him to one side and said no. And it didn't stop him from being one of the best artists of all time.
Wow.
You know. And he put one in every year. He didn't go, oh, well, I'm not going to bother with you guys. He still put himself forward and said, look, I'm going to try and be in this competition, and I'm going to try my best with it.
That's admirable.
and that's the attitude we ought to all have in life generally.
Yes.
Just because we get knocked down, it's how we get back up. How we get, and we all get knocked down a lot, don't we? So we ought to be used to being able to get back up.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, philosophy lesson 101 over for today. So are you keeping a list of what topics we do today for us, Gracie?
Oh yeah, how about that?
Yeah. So what have we had? We've had rant of the day about football. We've talked about Oxo. We've talked about philosophy. I mean, we're only 6 minutes in, and we've hit all big areas already.
I watched the replay last week, and I couldn't keep up. I lost count how many different topics we talked about. It was crazy.
I know, because we ramble on about utter rubbish. That's why. So hello, Mystic Unicorn coming in, and we've got the Elf Lord as well. So
Elf Lord is I don't understand Elf Lord's comment. He says everyone's blue except me. Do some trolling, haha, and he has an angry face.
Oh.
What?
Right.
Everyone is. Oh, is he talking about? Is he talking about people having a wrench?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
excuse me, Elf Lord. I just give wrenches to just friends. You're a friend. I can't give out too many wrenches. I give wrenches to people that visit my live streams often, and but that's one thing, but that's not the only thing. And don't take it personally. Sorry if you don't. It doesn't mean nothing against you.
Elf Lord is teasing.
Oh, is he?
Having a wrench is
only one or
overrated
two
anyways.
there who are wrenches anywhere.
Hello, Designs by CADPRO, valued channel member. His link is down below in the description. Shout out to Designs by CADPRO, wonderful art channel. Please check it out.
In a couple of minutes, we'll be making a start with painting and less of this jibbery chit chat.
Jam Comics, hello.
Here we go.
Are you coming to us from One Mighty R? Are you coming? Are you coming to us from One Mighty R channel, Jam Comics? Okay, you can answer.
Yeah, I kind of overdid the Jack Daniels yesterday, guys. So no Jack Daniels for me today.
You getting his younger brother's version? It's cheaper. John Daniels.
Yes, he is coming to us from One Mighty Art channel.
Oh, very good.
Well, welcome, Jam Comics.
Oh, you could get my mate, my Russian mate. He's got a knockoff version. Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, Daniels. Dzień dobry, Daniel.
Dzień dobry.
I know. Well, I mean, he's Russian, but he does speak Polish. So, yeah. Well, he speaks every language because he's got to.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll just explain why we've got this moment of quietness.
Well, so you want to go on the big screen now?
No, you don't have to. Not yet. So I'm going to use my pastels today because I'm going to do a pastel-y like painting.
Oh, soft chalk pastels?
No, watercolors, but the more opaque and light.
Wow,
they're not hyper vibrant paints. They're more softer, lighter colours.
Okay.
Right. And what I'm going to do is they call them pastel watercolors. So what I'm going to do today is like a type of painting that is almost like graphic illustration. I'm not going for naturalness. I'm just going to go for a very weird blend of colors on like flat planes. If you've ever seen graphic illustration, it's going to be like that. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I am going to try and get some kind of depth, but that's not the key point of the painting. It's more about the line work and the hardness of the line against the softness of the rest of the shape. So we're gonna.
So you're gonna do some outline work too.
Well, what you do is you do what's called I forgot what to call it. Oh, brain fart. Negative painting.
Oh, yeah,
around the shapes.
Yeah,
and that actually forms the thing itself. So,
yeah, I get that.
I'm ready. I'm ready when you are.
And I learned that term on Ian Friday. Negative painting.
So we're gonna do quite a bit of negative painting. Or what does Diane call it?
I call it negative space and using negative space and positive space.
Negative space. You call it. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's using the negative space
because it's one of the elements of art, space. So space can be 3D. It could also be positive, negative space.
Here we go.
Yeah, yeah.
So
what paper are you using today, Mr. Jackson?
Very good, Gracie.
I'm she's on the ball, isn't she? That's because she's not had a senses, a mental capacity debilitated by that Jack Daniels.
Oh,
so she's on the ball today. She's on the ball.
She's got the generic version of it, John.
Ian, you said she's on the balls.
She's on the ball. It's a football term.
Oh my goodness! I thought you said something else.
No.
Ian, John asked if those were poppies.
What? Say that again.
Let's keep this
I can't. Somebody translate. I can't hear.
John asked if you were going to paint poppies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Where were we? I'm going to treat you today with some Milford by St Cuthbert's Mill, which is 100% cotton paper.
Oh.
And it's beautiful, this paper. Really
That's very posh paper.
Very, very. I love this paper.
It is nice paper. And I have a question. So my little guinea pig Marmalade. What is the brand of paint you are using tonight, Mr. Jackson?
Well, today, Mr. Guinea Pig, I'm using my customized pastel set of White Nights paints. And if you notice, there's
very nice.
Very in amongst the very shiny ones, right, like these. The softer ones, and these are pastels, like that, for example. That's a pastel. That's a pastel.
They are so
nice. And what I'm trying to do is incorporate pastel colour in amongst my normal paints.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah.
But poppies are very bright red. Poppies are very bright red.
Oh, that's what you think.
Okay.
So it can be whatever colour you want.
They kind of look a little in the lighting, Ian. I don't know if it's the lighting on the paints, but they kind of look a bit pearlescent, like the pink one. And the it's probably the lighting, is it, that's making them
what do you
shiny?
mean? What, the colours?
Well, like the blue is that yeah, they kind of look shiny.
Some of these they're not all pastels, right? Some of them are normal watercolors, and these have got a lot of gum arabic in them. That's why they're shiny like that. So, it may be that they've got. If they're sticky, that means they've got probably honey in them. More more than likely. So it's like a mixed palette of pastels and normal watercolors. So that's what I'm working with today. So if anybody wants the actual photo, I can send it to them.
That would be a very good idea.
These poppies are actually pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
The background here, around this part here, is a deeper pink and red, because it's lots of little, it's a field full of pink poppies. And there's,
are they pink ones?
Yes, they are pink ones. Well, they're almost white, but they've just got flashes of little bits of pink colour in them. But let's crack on.
Yeah.
Crack on.
Crack on.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Chrissy says crack on.
Have you not?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you do see a lot of red ones, but you do occasionally see pink ones, don't you?
Yeah, well, they're not the ones that are grown for presentation. They're not your average, they're not your run of the mill poppy.
No.
Hey, Grace.
Right, so I'm getting a peachy colour, and I'm gonna try and get on.
Yes, hello, Grayscale.
Hello, Grayscale. Anthony.
I guess I should have said Ian. I never knew pink poppies existed.
Oh, right,
well, you look them up. There's all sorts of poppies. There's see these here. I can go over certain areas without worrying about it, but I am trying to work round the outer edges of that as quickly as I possibly can.
Yeah. And the poppies, like at the top of the poppies.
Yeah.
Would that be like kind of lighter in colour than it would be, say, at the bottom part
rule of thumb with anything in nature is the sun is above us, therefore it's more often than not anything that's at the top of something will be lighter than at the bottom, and that's a general rule. There are some things that break that rule, but in situations. But apart from that, you generally have like an area where that's quite blue.
Okay, I just have to excuse you for a minute. The Shore Shannon Show, a valued channel member, just came in. Hello, shout out to Shore Shannon Show, whose link is down below in the description box. His channel is about cooking, collectibles, and conventions. Ooh. Shout out to the Shore Shannon Show.
Hello,
and
Shannon.
we love cooking programs.
So we've got that done. We've got that done.
Cool.
And now we're going to crank it up a bit.
Is that going to be like? Is that going to be a blue sky, a moody sky?
Yes, it is going to be a blue sky eventually.
There you go.
I'm not sure about that.
See, I'm on the ball today.
You are. You're learning fast.
Yeah.
And Chrissy says we can paint anything, any colors. Chrissy says we can paint things any colors we want because it's our world.
It is. That's it. And
absolutely. Well said. Couldn't say it better myself, Chrissy.
I don't know. I don't know if it were Anthony that on. I was talking about. Oh yeah. No, what it? I was just thinking about like skin color, for example, and I think I had mentioned that you can make skin color green, and it still looks good, and it still looks believable. There's a video that you can watch on YouTube. It's fascinating about using unusual colors to make skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so worth watching.
The paper, is it cold press, hot press, or not?
Yes, it's cold press, and this, as I've probably explained in the past, when I've used it, there's only one particular size for it, and that's 300 grams or 140 pound. It only comes in that type, unfortunately.
Hello. One Mighty R's just joined us.
Yes, hi, One Mighty R. Great seeing you.
Does the weight
One Mighty
of
R.
the paper affect if it's cold press or hot press?
The weight of the it does at the bottom end. Generally, the lighter papers tend to be hot press, like the 90 pound papers. Right, hot press goes up to about 140 pound. That's the maximum that you're going to get in hot press.
Okay.
Whereas
Hello, Mystic.
when you start getting to 140 pound, that starts becoming the cold press paper, and that then goes up to you can get 800 pound paper. That's for your guys in America.
Wow,
but it's very specialized paper, that, and I don't use it.
A paper that's drywall.
I did not know that.
Lisa says that's not paper, that's drywall.
Yeah, it almost is like that. It's not far off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very robust. Almost.
I took
It's
your
almost.
advice, Mr. Jackson.
What's that? Oh, you should
with
never
the
do that.
bulldog clip things.
Oh yeah.
And I did it with my aquafine paper, the one that I used the other day, and it hasn't buckled barely. So.
Well, what happens is it will buckle, right? But the things hold it in place so you don't move it until it's dry, and then it locks back down. What it does is it soaks the water up and it makes it expand, but as it's drying naturally, it floats back down to the natural position. And if it's held in place, it can't do anything other than that.
Yeah.
So
it kind of back into shape again after it's kind of dried out.
It springs back into its natural shape.
Oh.
Hello, Charlotte.
Yes, hello, Charlotte.
Hello. Hello, Kaswina.
Can I have a? Since Ian had a rant, can I have one?
Hey, Charlotte.
Well, before you do your rant, Mystic has a question. Has anyone ever seen the movie Galaxy Quest?
Yes.
Yeah.
In that where this the parody Star Wars, and it's got Mel thingamajig in it, isn't it? Oh, what do they call him? Who wrote a load of really funny films? Mel. Don't say Gibson.
Oh, Brooks.
Mel Brooks, yeah.
Ah. Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah. Tell you what,
yeah. Oh, yes,
I'm going to be writing I'm going to be writing a stern letter to Dentzer and saying I think Grace is a forgery. I think she's a super genius and she shouldn't be allowed in Dentzer. We can't have brainy people in Dentzer.
Lori Faye Art is here. She changed her name. She used to be called the Lori Files, coming to us from Australia. She changed her name. She's called Lori Faye Art now.
I wondered why I'd not seen her for a while. Mind you, everybody's been a bit like not doing an awful lot of the. That's life, isn't it?
I know.
That's life.
Yeah.
Copyright infringement.
Oh, Mr. Jackson, I got my bacon delivery today, Mr. Jackson. I have bacon. Yeah, I've got bacon today. Yeah.
What from your
friend's pig farm? My ex one, yeah. He's a pig farmer, and I get free bacon every Friday. It's just during lockdown it comes in handy.
It does.
Bacon's
I get free cupcakes as well. Yeah, not bad. You can't go wrong with bacon.
Not bad at all.
And
it's better than a stick in
unless you're a vegetarian.
Obviously, pigs are not overly keen, but well, if you got it, flaunt it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I should ask for the whole hog next week. I said that.
How's London? Because Charlotte is from deepest, darkest London.
Yeah. Deepest, darkest London.
Down there. See, we're all northerners up here, most of us. I mean, even Paul, he lives in deep south, but he's from Yorkshire, so we allow him to be a northerner.
I keep forgetting that Mr. Paul's from Yorkshire.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm not south of you. You're south from where I was born. Or are you talking about in the States?
Oh no. I'm saying in America, in a certain way, you're like in the south.
No.
Oh, America's so confusing.
He's not in the South.
No. Midwest, Ian.
Midwest. Okay, Southwest then.
No, not Southwest.
You know that big lake on
Lake Ontario?
Country.
No, not Lake Ontario.
Lake Placid.
Lake Michigan.
Oh. Is that a real lake? Is that a real lake?
Now you're just being a pain in the butt.
No. Is Lake Placid a real lake?
Yes.
It is.
Be nice, boys. Be nice.
We're getting some right nice.
It's not like
JCT is here. Hello, JCT. She's a Value Channel member.
Hey, JCT. Nice to have you here.
And her link is down below. Shout out for the JCT channel. It was like a nature channel, Native American crafts, cooking, and gardening.
Guys, is it me or can I hear like a crackling noise?
I hear it too.
I don't hear it.
Somebody's got some dodgy stuff. Dodginess.
Not me. It's not me.
We're slowly getting it.
Well, it's all nice
and
wet.
That's my story.
Like that. I'm gonna like get some little bits of, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Texture in it. So I'm not gonna be doing too much texture. I want.
Grayscale says he hears the crackle.
Yes. Can you hear the crackle? I bet it's you.
You haven't got any books.
It'll be your little hamsters biting through your internet cable.
Marmalade, stop.
Or either that or it's the Russians trying to hack us.
That's it, we're being hacked.
It's probably the Russians. It's probably the Russians. Blame it on the Russians.
Why not? Might as well then.
Grayscale, Sir Grayscale says it's the FBI Morse code.
It is.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It could be that independent. It could be that Independence Day, like that countdown code.
Oh God, man! Oh no! They're scared. I'll tell you what, aliens
do we really have to watch
scare
that
me,
Independence Day every year? It's getting a little bit like what they call it.
Every year.
A bit like Wizards of Oz.
Yeah. Only Wizards of Oz was actually very good.
Speaking of all that, with everyone in the chat and what we just discussed about, can I do my rant now?
Yeah.
Oh, have you got a rant? Nice.
Carry on.
We always like a good rant.
Yeah. My rant is each and every day, as time goes on, more of our civil liberties get destroyed.
Oh, here we go.
I could not believe what I watched the last night. It was 3 days ago. It's a press conference from Governor Cuomo in New York. And, you know, during his press conference, you know, they do that, their spiel all the time. Well, at around, if you go to that video, go to about the 30-minute mark all the way to about 35-minute mark. And the meat and potatoes of that whole thing and the presentation is in those 5 minutes. And what is going on is now it is required. New York does not want, since the states are increasing apparently in cases, now he's worried about people coming into New York out of state. So when you fly, the new thing now is you have to fill out a landing card. So when you arrive at the airport, you know, like when I would go to England and stuff like that, you would have a landing card. Do you have anything to declare? Yada, yada, yada. And then where are you going? What's the address? How long are you going to be? That I understand, because you're going into somebody else's country. It's their rules. It's the same thing when you come to the United States. It's just like,
in theory,
you know, an international thing, right? Well, traveling within the U.S., you could go state to state to state. You could drive from state to state to state. There were no Russians at the border checking your papers and all that stuff. That was back in the old country. And why my father from Poland was in the Polish National Army in World War II and fought the Nazis for crap like this, you know, against communists and fascism and all that. And each and every time we traveled through the U.S. as a kid, when I was a kid, my dad, when he would go through a state, cross a state border, he used to blow the horn of the car all the time. And I said, "Why do you do that, Dad?" And I said, he says, because of the freedom that we have to go from state to state to state. So now Governor Cuomo is requiring a landing card. And now, to you, that might not seem a big deal. However, the meat and potatoes of the whole thing is, and you can watch it, is if you don't fill out that landing card, they will track you and you will get a $2,000 fine, and then you will be self-quarantined. Like he's gonna force it.
All I'm gonna say to that is Big Brother watching you. It's a good job Zumba Apocalypse is coming. Exactly. Because when that happens, I'll get rid of all. I promise you, as the new world leader, that I'll get rid of all politics forever. Anybody who's a politician, I shall put in an electric chair, and I shall constantly keep them burning forever. Forever. Yeah. I hate politics.
You're very harsh, Jackson.
Oh no, this is me being that's me being not overly critical. Believe me, if I could do what I wanted to do to people like that, I'd use them as footballs.
Me too. I agree.
The next politicians are the next thing to evil. Let's get that.
You are not coming to me. You're not going to come to my door and start asking me questions. I'm telling you that right now.
Well,
what I do is my business.
Exactly.
And what I do with my friends or relatives or whoever I'm with, that's our business. I shouldn't be dropping names of my friends or family members or who I've been with, and then they get bothered and so on and so on. There's, you have to draw the line somewhere.
Who you giving large amounts of OXO to?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
OXO.
Paul,
You're the OXO supplier.
US OXO supplier.
Yeah.
Mainland OXO supplier.
And professional Jolly Ranch eater. Eater?
You've got to be a professional to eat £5. I mean, I didn't expect Paul to send me anything. I were, but when he sent me £5 of Jolly Ranchers, I thought, how am I going to eat this? This is ridiculous. But I did it, and I did it in a week. Because British pride was at stake. British pride was at stake. I'm not going to let any Americans send me these great big things and go, you English people can't eat this. No.
Oh no! When it comes to sweets, I know the Brits, they can eat their sweets. Absolutely. You guys have the best.
We have a question from Chrissy. We have a question from Chrissy. She says, "What colors are you using, Ian?"
It's difficult because, unfortunately, because of the lighting, it's if you could see the colours, look, it's like a deep blue here, and it's going up into a cerulean blue further up. If you can see, is that more clear for you? But and as I come down, I'm gonna like gradiate it down to a green. So it'll look nice.
Thank you, Madonna. Thank you for the info, Madonna. Thank you.
She says she can see a gray blue.
Says,
yes. At the bottom here, right? It's like a Prussian blue, right? And that's gradiating into a cerulean blue up there. And when you've got really good watercolor paper, it naturally just flows into it.
I was just going to say that's a real good shot of real good paper because that is a nice flow.
Can you see it? And you can even see the what they call it through it still, the natural texture of the paper. So that is a sign of a good paper. But then again, it's good for some things and it's not good for others. So, just
good paints too, right? You have to have some paints.
Oh, I mean,
media.
Most paints, if they're reasonably close to professional, you can't really go wrong.
Diana, I sent you a super chat, and it's further up the Yale.
What? I missed it?
It's gone way up.
Did you miss it?
I missed it. Oh, I see it. Oh, thank you for the super chat.
You know what that means?
Okay, we'll have a super chat. We'll have a super chat dance in a few minutes.
It was my guinea pig marmalade. He knows how to do it now.
Oh, you better keep it. He might spend too much money.
Has Marmalade got control of your credit card? I'd watch him.
Oh no, Dan! LOL. Oh, Chrissy, I'm not gonna do the dancing yet. I'll wait for a time like when he's like drying his painting or something.
No, we're not far off yield completion.
Or I could wait till the end. I could also wait till the end.
Yeah, it's always good to have a finale at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, if anybody's around.
Well, stay till the right. I'm going to swipe out that, and I'm going to help.
Oh, welcome back, CADPRO.
Oh, welcome back, CADPRO.
Yeah. Somebody's got a dodgy cable.
Oh, wait a minute. I just no. What did she say, Diana?
That's what this episode is going to be called: the mystery of the dodgy cable.
It isn't Friday unless it's an Ian Friday.
Proper clickbait. So this area here, I'm going to like soften edge.
You're not going to do a Marks and Spencer's advert today?
I might do. People in America don't understand.
What do we don't understand?
You might have Marks and Spencer's in America. Because it's a big international company.
No, but I know. I know the place. It's very posh. Very posh.
It's a upper market supermarket, basically.
Yeah.
And they have the adverts, right? And they go, this is not any old Yorkshire pudding. This is Yorkshire pudding made in the centre of Barnsley and blessed by the Bishop of Barnsley. It's like, you think, what? It's a Yorkshire pudding, you fool.
All it is flour, water, and egg.
Please give a thumbs up, anybody that came in there. Please get thumbs up. We're trying to have. I always have a 20 thumbs up challenge.
Right, but see how we're it's cooling off a little bit. Starting to get there. I want to put some.
Your number one fans just
Mr. Slee Stack.
Yes, he's here.
That's it, indeed.
Our show today.
Yeah. The Ian Friday show.
Ian Friday show.
I know. I'm on the ball today, Ian, I tell you.
Bored?
No, she said she's on the ball.
Oh, she's on the ball. All right.
Yeah. I know.
Better not be bored, or I'll make you do a job.
I'll try to read the chat, actually. That's quite hard, reading the chat when it's kind of, you know. I'm caught up with chat.
And honestly, this paper is really... I'll tell you a little bit about this paper, right? It's like we said, it's a cold press knot paper. It's Milford by St Cuthbert's Mill, and it's got special properties. It's not like normal cotton-based paper. It's got what's called hard sizing in it. That means it's got a lot of sizing in comparison to normal cotton paper that doesn't have a lot.
So it makes it easier to remove.
Yeah, so you can work with it even more than what you would normally work with paper. So you can play with it, and then if you think, oh, I don't like that, you can take it off. And that's even on a cotton paper. And normally you're limited to how long it's wet. But with this, you're not.
Yeah. How does everybody sound for pizza? I'm having pizza after Ian Friday. Do you guys like pizza?
Oh yeah.
Do you like pizza?
Yes, I love pepperoni on pizza. But I also like pizza with everything on it. They call it the kitchen sink. But that's rare. I rarely get pizza with everything on it. Yeah. Mostly we get mushrooms and pepperoni.
Bit of vodka splashed on it.
Where would you say, Mr. Paul, considering we have American guests, where would you say, where's the best pizza, Mr. Paul, in America?
Chicago, and I am partial to Illuminati's.
Illuminati?
Yes.
Are you a member at Illuminati?
Illuminati's is traditional Chicago deep dish.
Hey, well,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of deep dish.
Where I come from, Illuminati is people who rule world.
Not Illuminati.
It's not all Illuminati. It's Illuminati.
Illuminati. I don't know. I must have missed that one in briefing.
JCT having pizza tonight.
I'm not going to even try saying that.
Oh, I feel like, do you know what I
Yeah, nice choice.
Mini Kievs. But they weren't chicken.
Yeah.
They were turkey. And they were lovely. And I don't normally like turkey.
Really?
Mm.
There you go.
And John Quinn says a great contentious subject is pizza with pineapple. I haven't had it that often, but I think I do like it.
It's very 70s, that.
Isn't that like the classic? Isn't that like the classic kind of pizza?
No, pineapple on pizza is not classic.
No, I would say so.
Ah.
What?
Yeah, it isn't UK.
Not classic.
In the UK, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess
that was one of the first toppings that ever came on a pizza.
Never heard. No, I don't think that was one of the first toppings around here.
You see, you're a bit backwards.
Gaswina says she likes
herself with salmon.
Yeah, Gaswina makes pizza herself with salmon.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's very. I don't think I've ever had that. That's very interesting.
Yes, it's very interesting. The Netherlands too. They pretty much that area or region. They eat French fries with mayonnaise. That just grosses us out.
Oh, I would like that.
Hey, people.
Oh no way! No way! No way!
I like mayonnaise on almost everything.
Have cheese on chips. Cheese on chips.
The way people love ketchup on everything.
Yeah,
I hate ketchup. I don't like ketchup that much, and I would prefer mayonnaise on everything. But I don't. I do not put mayonnaise on everything. I'm just saying. Okay.
Right. Let's see if we can push this in now.
Yes, Christy Canvasart. Christy is right. In the UK, we call pineapple a Hawaiian pizza.
Yes, right.
Yes, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Hawaiian taco pizza.
This is
breakfast pizza.
This is no order.
Do they think it's healthy just because they've shoved pineapple on top? Are they trying to make up for for the calories of the cheese, and all that sort of thing? Oh, we'll put a pineapple on top.
Madonna already knows what I'm talking about when I talk about Illuminatis.
It's the Illuminati.
Can you enlighten me, Paul? Because I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what that is?
Well, Illuminati's was the pizza that I suggested in Chicago.
Which he confused with a Middle Age term, a Middle Ages term.
Hey?
A term from the Middle Ages, isn't it? Illuminati?
No, Illuminati are people in background who are ruling world. They're there. They're real.
Yeah, but
okay, there might be another definition for it.
You guys are hilarious.
It's been around since the Middle Ages. The term Illuminati has been around since Middle Ages. Yes, it has.
Anyways,
it's my fault for asking.
It's Lou, L-O-U, Malnati.
Yeah.
Hey? Well, that's even worse in Britain. Lou is a toilet.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, Chrissy, what do we call toilet? I'm going to Lou.
This
kind of
this live stream's taking a turn.
I mean, you guys,
taking a turn, guys.
We've already been down this road, Ian, about all the different words that England has versus us.
See, we've had generations of figuring all these things out.
So explain to me why the bathroom is called a loo.
The bathroom isn't called the loo.
Oh God, that's fun.
Is it?
I don't know why that's
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
Crackling.
The crackling noise, Diana, came back. Now it's gone.
I don't know. I can't even hear it.
I keep telling you to stop thinking of life.
Okay, so
Chrissy says
so the toilet itself is called the loo. Is that it?
The toilet is called the loo. So generally speaking, if you go into the bathroom, sometimes you might say I'm going to the loo. It's a shortened term for lavatory, which is the correct word.
The posh word.
Okay, explain to me how a toilet is called a loo. Why don't you just call it a toilet?
No. Right, the place where you go, the room from an architectural viewpoint that you go in that has a toilet in it, and it may have a basin for washing your hands, is called
I
a
think we should change
lavatory.
the subject.
Right, a lavatory. That got abbreviated, right? That got abbreviated to the word loo. So everybody when they go to the toilet, whether it is to just wash your hands or apply makeup or whatever you do,
right?
You go into the loo.
Loo is a abbreviation of lavatory.
Yes, it is.
Well, it should be just when
I
you
think
call
we
it
should
a
kind of
lab.
like change the subject.
No, it's education.
Oh, you know, normally when you hear the word lavatory, you would do it as lav, not loo. See, you guys are backwards, man. I'm telling you.
No, what it is just let me say this: we invented it. It's our language, and everybody else is backwards.
I think I'm going to go and get a Jack Daniels with all this toilet talk.
Toilet talk.
I'm going to be like,
Right.
I need the Jack Daniels, man.
Therefore, I am. I think therefore I am.
And then,
Chrissy Campbell says, give it up. Mr. Paul, Chrissy says, give it up, Ian. They are Americans.
I know.
Yeah.
You hit it on nail.
What's the weather like?
And give it up, Paul. Give it up, Paul. They're English. They're British.
Yeah.
No, when it comes to English language, we win.
Yeah.
Simple as that. We've had it for
not after it's become Americanized.
Well, we've had that language for a couple of thousand years.
Americanized.
I know, but we don't care about Americanized words.
Well, I understand
American English is a little bit like cheap Chinese knockoffs.
Okay.
What's the weather like where you are, Mr. Jackson? That's my game change question. There you go.
Just trying to use common sense.
Hey, common sense. No, wait a minute.
I'm trying to use.
No, we got rid of that years ago. Common sense. There is none.
We got rid of
that. John Quinn asks, isn't another word for the bathroom in British language? I mean, British term for bathroom and besides loo, bog, the bog.
Yeah, if you go into the outside toilet, if you go into the outside toilet, you go into the bog.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask why. I'm not even going to ask that.
Because at one time of day, it literally, you wouldn't go where you wanted to. You'd find a boggy area and go. That's why.
Okay.
But anyway, people might be eating the tea, so we'll not go graphic.
Yeah, let's kind of change the subject. I mean, we are a cultured show.
Yeah,
Given that,
yeah. Let's change the
I
subject. I don't know how it went from pizza to going to the bathroom.
You're our host.
Okay, then I officially changed the subject.
Here we go.
I've been saying that for the past 15 minutes.
We may go back to the subject of pizza.
Pizza? And we
Pizza, yes. Okay, so here we go. What is your all-time favourite pizza topping, Mr. Paul? There you go.
My all-time favorite? Sausage, cheese, sausage, mushroom, and sometimes onion.
It is called an oak tree. I'm just mopping up.
Cheese, sausage, mushroom, and onion.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, tree.
Hey guys, don't make me give in to the Jack Daniels. I'm trying to be good tonight. I don't want to go downstairs and start having my Jack Daniels like I did yesterday. Now then, Chrissy says talk about famous artists. Yes.
Famous artists?
Yes, Chrissy, good suggestion.
There's different types of famous artists, isn't there? There's contemporary famous artists who are working in the realm of art now, who are personalities. And
then they do wacky, some of them do some wacky things.
And then there's like classic artists who've like, you know, laid a firm foundation for art, and they're famous because they like did it, and you know, and we all look at it and go, oh wow, that's great. So it's difficult to pin down what actual famous artists actually are. What is your feeling on it, Chrissy?
Oh, John Quinn says, Ian, that's a beautiful background.
Yeah,
it will be because it's quite deep, and it's gonna have some.
Well, Chrissy's answering your question with a question. She says, what movement did you like the best?
Me personally, I'm really into the pre-Raphaelite movement. That is probably my all-time favorite movement. Although I don't necessarily think that movements the bee's knees. I think individual artists have contributed a lot. You know, but you just have to dig into them and figure out what it is that they were doing.
Oh, JCT says absolutely beautiful, Ian.
Thank you. Is it cooling down? You'll be able to see different colours, but at the moment it just looks dark. But it won't do. It'll look a lot lighter.
Wow, like nighttime.
Well, it's very densely dark in the area anyway. It just gets lighter here. And then
with the dark colours, Mr. Jackson, will that make
what?
Will that make the poppies kind of like really like
like pop in colour? If these are going to be very light pink, and that's a dark background, they're going to like pow. They're going to woof right out at you.
Pow.
Not as much here.
That was very Bob Ross. Yeah.
These are happy poppies.
Happy poppies.
Happy poppies. That one in because it's dead.
Happy poppies.
That one's
happy
dead.
Happy little poppies. Oh.
And that one is dead. Although it is the next generation. Hey, funnily enough, I've noticed this year we've not had very many poppies. I don't know what it's like over in America, but normally we get a barrage of poppies, but we've not had hardly any at all this year.
Chrissy says it reminds the brush strokes of Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Well,
I guess you can pronounce it. I'm sorry. You can pronounce it different ways. Okay, I'm sorry.
We have a definitive way of finding out whether it's Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh, as somebody once said to me.
I'll go for the
right. So where is Goswina when you need her? Where is she? Goswina, come in, Goswina.
What did I read?
Sounds like you're choking on a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, hey up.
Van Gogh. Hold on. Chrissy says she likes the erratically moves of brushstrokes of Van Gogh. I think I've read that right. Have I read that right, Donna?
Right, so
I like
Goswina, coming from the exact same country as Van Gogh, if you want. How is it pronounced by the professionals in your country? We need to know because there's a raging battle going off. Van Gogh. Well, if the thing is, I say it like this because I assume that word is translated to English, right? And then I say it in what I consider to be English. So as I say it in English, it's correct. If it were to be said in any other language, go, 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 and go. Go. There you go. Look, if Goswina says it's Van Gogh and she comes from the same country, that's how they say it. It's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Van Gogh. Not Gogh. Or Well, how come foreign people have silly names? Can't they have proper English names like John Smith?
Bye, Shannon.
Yeah.
Who's leaving? Sure, Shannon show's leaving.
Yes.
Bye, Shannon. Thanks for coming by.
Bye, Shannon.
You, Lila.
And there's lots of nice channel members.
Right, what I'm going to do, so you can do it please for a minute. I'm going to change my water, as my water is almost coffee brown now.
Coffee brown.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
So if you don't drink it, I will be back.
I have to take a break to the loo. I have to go to the loo.
And then there were two. What do we talk about now,
Paul? There's another thing that's interesting. When you guys have an apartment or a building for rent, you guys say to let. T-O space L-E-T. And it sounds like you say toilet when you say it.
I don't know what it yeah. That's funny. Yeah, no, you're right. I forgot. I didn't know that. There you go, you see. Can you see chat, Paul?
Yeah, I'm on the laptop and I'm using my cell phone, so yeah, I'm occasionally looking at the chat. Yes.
Good.
I can't see. Yeah, I can't see the chat.
Well.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. 14. But our 2 stars just left. Our 2 stars just left. Our host and the guest, the honored guest. They're both gone.
I know. Yeah.
This is gonna be a train wreck real soon. Oh, good, he's back. You took too long, man. We were dying over here.
Salute.
You wouldn't get that. You won't get that at a Celine Dion gig. The main star just nicking off the stage and going, "Oh, I'll be back in a minute."
Like that. Celine Dion? Have you just said Celine Dion?
She's like, "Oh, I'll just go to the restroom."
You'll be wanting me to do Strava next. Wanna do. Copyright.
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 Welcome
anyway,
back, Mr. Jackson.
we've got this background all sorted, right? Now we're going to do our lovely little flowers. Now, because we're doing it in a very illustrative way, we don't want to be doing it as though it's an exact copy of a flower. So, right, let's see if we can mix it. Now, I'm gonna take my secret weapon, which is my Ian Jackson homemade gouache-based watercolor paint, available soon. If we can be bothered to make any more. Ding! Yeah. Look at me. Maker of paint. Nice. Ian Jackson, maker of paint.
It looks really shiny.
Yeah, it's because I put this thing called gum arabic in it, which is something that.
So, pray tell, what does the?
Right, so
I'm getting told off again. Gracie, you don't read the chat. You pronounce Van Gogh as Gogh. Gogh.
Yeah, no, but we've already looked at that.
Thank you. Gogh, I think that's how you pronounce Gogh. G-O-G.
Well, honestly, I watched this YouTube video and this like art historian, and he were going Van Gogh. That is not how you pronounce it. Not even Klingons speak like that. So
okay, I'm back.
I don't like it.
Oh, you've missed it all.
Well,
really?
We had some proper good conversations, and you missed it all. So I'm mixing up a really nice light pink with my gouache white and my secret weapon pink.
Yes, thank you, Gazwina. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Wanna do?
The chat's going. It's going quite quick, and it's kind
of. Right, so now I've got that nice cream pink. I want something that's a little bit like magenta. Now I don't have magenta in my set, so what I'm going to do is pretend to make some.
Yes, Lisa. That's a good band, Lisa. I agree. AC/DC.
See if I can get some of this.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Jack.
Right. Will that do? Will it do? Will I need a bit of blue in it? Will it make a mess if I put blue in it?
No.
Yes, it will.
Designs by CADPRO says looking good. Looking good, Ian.
Thank you. It will do if I ever get.
Charlotta says good night, my lovelies. Okay, good night, Charlotta.
Good night. Good night. And we'll see you soon again.
We should say that.
Yes, Charlotta, come back next Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm right here. I just came back.
Yeah, we should stop.
JTT, I just returned.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
I'll come back.
Right.
Me and Paul were like, what do we talk about now?
Right. What's the general rule with watercolors when you're painting things?
There's a lot of rules. You paint light first and then dark. No, you paint.
Yes, that's
light
it.
first, then dark.
First rule of watercolor is you paint from light to dark. So what I'm going to do is paint light to dark.
Ian, we have a question. JC2 says, how much is it for your painting? She wants to buy it, please.
This painting.
Yeah.
Well, in America. Generally, all in all, that includes the post and package. It's about $50, and I know that sounds a lot of money, but
Okay, bidding starts at $50. Do I hear 55?
No,
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
No, I don't. I mean, to be frank, once I've paid off all things I have to pay off for it, I get about 20 quid out of that at most. You know, and that's got to pay for getting myself new equipment. So
JPT says it's not going to be bidding. That was just a joke. Nobody's bidding.
Hey, she's not going to be bidding.
No, she's not bidding. She says she's not going to bid.
No. I don't expect anybody to.
And I've just said that I'm doing my best with the chat, guys. I'm trying to keep up with the chat.
Nobody is under obligation to buy any of my art. I'll just store it away, and then one day somebody will find it and go,
well, okay, JCT, I can, because she's not on Facebook. JCT, I'll give your email address to Ian. Okay, JCT, I will be giving your email address to Ian, so you guys can contact each other.
Yeah, if anybody wants it, you can contact me. It's very difficult at the moment with regards to getting anything sent anywhere.
Mail takes really long right now between USA and UK.
And how long did your painting take to get here, Diana? It was like...
like 3 to 4 weeks.
It was like... Yeah. Yeah.
It's
and now it's in quarantine. If I get margin on with all my other posts. It's crazy. What's the name of that pink, Mr. Jackson?
Pink. Well, this pink has not got the name because it's called Ian Pink.
Ian Pink.
Ian Pink. Isn't that lovely?
Ian
That's so lovely.
Coming to you in about 100 years' time, and I can be bothered to make some more.
Lisa has a name for it. It's called Ian's Cheeky Pink.
Cheeky Pink. JK. I'll show you him. I don't know if I've shown you.
Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink. One of my favourite songs. Pretty.
And all the boys make.
Oh, another copyright strike.
What's that about all the boys? No, all the girls make. Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Never mind.
No, you've lost me on that one.
John says pot belly pink, Ian.
Pot belly pink.
Yeah, that's what John says. Yeah.
All right.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I've got. I've got several other colours, but I don't know where they are at the moment. But here they are. We've got some more.
If you ever make it big time and you sell those paints, we want royalties, please.
Get lost.
Yeah.
We want
Just get lost.
They're already copyrighted.
That's classic.
So I don't know if you can see these. Let's see if we can carefully lift them up.
I like Gaswina says Piggy Pink.
Piggy Pink.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
Piggy Pink.
You know, I was looking today at some of these professional companies' names for things, right? And what they actually are when you look at the pigment, it's really annoying. There you go.
Chrissy says Madonna the Cat.
Ian made pastel watercolor paint. And then that thing comes in.
What's that colour? The first one. What's the first pan of colour? Is it a red? Or...
It's like a very dark blue.
The first one is.
It's like a grey blue.
Oh, it's a blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
And this one's a little bit like a brick red. But anyway, let's crack on because we're. I'm on a deadline. Deadline.
What's the size of the paper?
This at the moment, I can't tell you. Let's just have a look.
Motorcycle. Gracie says, "Who keeps starting their motorcycle? There's nothing going on around here."
I can hear. I keep hearing some crackle, 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 crackle.
What? I don't know what that is. I don't even hear it.
Let's have a look.
Marmalade, will you stop eating the internet connection cables?
Right, I'll do it in inches. It's roughly. This is only a rough. Just over 11 inches. Right.
Okay.
By 7.5 inches.
Okay. So if you round up, it's 8 by 11.
Unless it's my fan. I don't think so. Okay, let me turn my fan off.
No, it's something.
My fan is hardly making any noise.
It's something electronic.
Oh, hold on.
It's not your fan.
It does sound kind.
I think my curtain lights are rattling a little bit in the back because of the fan is blowing the curtain.
No, this sounds electronic.
It's an electronic signal kind of.
Okay.
No.
Kind of like if a speaker is not connected properly and it crackles.
Like it's got what they call a dry weld.
It's the aliens. They're coming to invade us. Madonna says, I'm thinking the eagle and bears from Gazwina have stopped at the pub before coming to the US to see Paul and I.
Yeah, and how about it?
Yep.
How about it?
I say they're on a US tour.
How about it?
Well, according to the link,
CIA
it hasn't even entered the country.
I can't believe Ian's wearing a long sleeve shirt. What is it? You have it? It's cool there.
No, just generally wear long sleeve shirts. I'm a formally dressed man. Formally dressed man. I prefer long sleeve shirts. I don't know.
He's got a posh shirt on.
Well, it's not. It's Primark.
He's poshed up.
What does it matter?
Just, I think it would be hot.
Well, yeah, that's because you're in daytime. It's not daytime now.
Okay.
It's 11 o'clock at night.
Hello, Brick News. Brick News. Nice to see you.
It's 10:15 here, Mr. Jackson.
Is it? Is that what time it is? I've got to get my finger out, haven't I?
It's 10:15 in the evening.
Now, what I'm doing is I'm taking because of this paper and the way it is. I've applied colour onto it where I want it, and now I'm carving it out, which is the good thing about this paper. You can literally almost take it back to the.
Blind Neil's here.
Hello, Blind Neil.
Hey, you guys, please give a thumbs up on your way in. It's a 20 thumbs up challenge. So nice to see you, Blind Neil.
Hey, how many? Where are we? Where are you? Are we on the thumbs up thing?
18.
Oh, so close. Ooh.
Steve Statrule says fireproof long sleeve. I bet, Mr. Jackson. Yeah.
I very much doubt that it's fireproof. It's probably. I bet it's got a little thing that says, "Do not get close to hot things." This is made in Thailand by Primark. They probably don't know what Primark is. In saying that, it's a nice shop. Don't get me wrong. I like Primark. Not wrong with Primark.
Me too.
I've got my flip.
There's nothing wrong with that.
My slippers are from Primark.
I got some watercolor pencils from there. No, I do need my Jack Daniels.
They only sell clothes.
Oh my goodness.
Yay!
Yeah,
So I'm
we're all caught up.
So I'm getting more layers on. I'm
Okay,
putting it on in a very, very subtle way.
Ian,
then,
Lisa has a question.
Oh, Lisa, go for it.
I guess I'll translate because she's further away. But when we were talking about watercolors, and the rule is go light to dark, right?
Yes.
So she was wondering why you did the background dark first before.
Because we're working negatively around the light areas. Did you notice when I did the dark area, I was careful to work around the light areas so as not to paint over it. So that's what you do. You're still working light to dark, but the background is dark anyway. That bit up here was the first area I did, right? I went over it with that colour, and then I went over it with that, and then I went over it with a darker colour, and that built up into 3 layers. But as a whole, it's dark.
We have 20 thumbs up, guys.
20 thumbs up, awesome. I hope we don't lose any. Okay, let's see 20 out to the end.
Okay, so I guess what she's getting at is any particular reason why you did the background first instead of the flowers and then do the background?
You can, as an artist, you can work your painting as you want. You can work front to back, back to front, side to whatever you want. But generally, the vast majority of watercolorists work from the back to the front. That is not a rule. That's just a procedural thing that works. So most people do it. So I'm just gonna.
Yep.
At the end,
Stack says a thumbs up.
Yeah, it's a happy thumbs up dance and a super chat at the same time. Super chat dance at the same time from Gracie Shack. I gave super chat. I'm going to wait till the end to try not to be so disruptive.
Oh, are you feeling like that?
Destructive.
It's
that panda. I tell you, that panda.
Right, let's see now if we can. I mean, so right, these are the 2 main flowers in the painting, right? These 2, but there are some other flowers that have got a little bit of a bit part in it. So we're gonna put that in, but we're gonna do it really. They're gonna be really light because they're in background. In fact, some of these are almost fading into the background. I don't want it to be too faded in.
The thing is, isn't it? Because we got. Sorry, with poppies, they have like this papery kind of texture, don't they?
Yeah. But in this case, anyway, I'm not gonna be doing super hyper detail anyway. So I'm just doing a slightly illustrative form of painting.
Yeah.
And JCT said earlier, this was a bit earlier, that we wear poppies here. It's a tradition for people to wear red poppies, paper red poppies.
Yeah.
For certain military holidays.
That's right. Well, that's something that was started in Britain by the British Legion after the First World War, and I believe it spread in all over the world. That. And it is something that they do. And the reason why they chose that is because the field where they had the battles, right? they all got churned up, and the first thing to grow there after all the battles had ended were the poppies. So it got chosen as like an emblem of regrowth.
Yeah. Chat's kind of slowing down a bit now, I've just noticed.
Well, we're getting towards end of show.
No, we still have 12 people watching.
I've got little or
Thank you
nothing
for the wonderful 12 people.
left for us to say. We're in the dying embers. Has anybody got any? Anybody got any interesting ways of dealing with poppies in painting? Because they're not easy. I'm always looking for. Listen, I'm not a great flower painter. It's not my jam.
Yeah.
It's not your jam.
It's not my jam. It's the in with the young kids, all that kind of stuff. And I'm always open for people suggesting what you can and can't do. Because
do you ever use the credit card scraper technique like Lindsay does for the veins on the flowers?
No, not really. Not something I've ever.
Okay.
I don't use credit. Listen, with my credit history, I'd be lucky to even see a credit card. Never mind. I haven't used a credit card for.
Okay, Chrissy has a suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay, she says layers work for her. Glazing.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Now,
and Kasrina says, no, Ian,
if you were doing watercolor painting, Chrissy would love this paper because you can glaze all day on it.
Kasrina, does Kasrina say mom? No, Ian, it marmalade?
No, Ian, it's marmalade. I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know. Marmalade?
No idea. Sorry.
She's talking about marmalade.
I don't know what
your pet.
Marmalade?
Oh,
oh dear.
Bless you.
COVID.
COVID.
Alert.
COVID alert.
COVID
alert.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Is somebody going to cough now? Are you going to cough now?
You have to fill out your landing card.
I know.
Yeah.
$2,000 fine if you don't fill out that card. COVID alert.
Well, I've got a way of dealing with that. If somebody sends a $2,000 bill to me for getting on with my life, I'll just say, well, I tell you what, I'll trade it off for a bullet in your head.
How about it? Absolutely. Well said. You should put that in a tattoo.
Yeah, I'll trade it off for a bullet in your head.
That's going to get you worse trouble.
Says it's jam.
If you listen, if I'm £2,000 in debt to government, I'm already in as much trouble as I want to be, so I might as well get my money's worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, might as well get your money's worth.
I never signed up to anybody's rules and regulations at all. There's nowhere in my life. There's nowhere in my life contract where it says Ian Jackson has signed up to the rules and regulations of this government. It doesn't say anywhere. So if they want me, they can come and get me.
Who thinks that?
I'm a right outlaw.
You should be the Prime Minister in the next one.
Me?
You should be.
I hate politics.
Yeah.
But what did I just say earlier? That would mean that I'd have to hang myself and put myself to death because I'm a politician. I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know.
Chrissy has a suggestion.
What's that?
now, carry on. Sorry, I was just trying to.
She says get some ink.
Otherwise, I get told that I'm not reading the chat.
Oh, ironically enough, Chrissy. Ironically enough.
Thank you, Diana.
Yeah. Ironically enough, I might
Good idea.
use it. I'm just looking, right, it's 10:30, so I need to get these blocked in because I'm not getting outdone here.
It is.
Right.
It is 10:30. Yeah.
Right.
No, half an hour now.
Guys. If you haven't already noticed, I'm going into fast mode.
You're going into fast mode?
Yeah.
Fast mode.
I've got to.
Yeah. Wiggle the brush. Wiggle the brush. Yep, we got up the chat. We're doing good.
Right.
We're cooking with fire.
Cooking on gas. We're cooking on gas.
Yeah. Cooking on gas.
Only thing I don't like about cotton paper is it takes 3 million years to dry.
But but you're not working on cotton paper today, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Oh,
I could have sworn you said you're working on one that has all the extra sizing in it.
yes. What did I say earlier?
Yeah, you're working on one that has all this extra sizing in it, which makes correcting mistakes easier.
This is a special type of paper called Milford. It's 100% cotton paper, and it has hard sizing, unlike normal cotton paper.
So it's still going to act a little bit like cotton paper.
It is. It's not going to act a little bit like cotton paper. It is cotton paper.
Oh my
so
goodness! I thought all the sizing made a difference.
Yes, it does. It makes it so that you can put. If I were to just do this on normal cotton paper,
right?
It won't work right.
Exactly. Okay. Chrissy says, "Pay attention, Diana."
I don't know.
Yeah. It is a bit late for me to eat, Chrissy. Yeah, you're right. I better eat slowly because if you eat a bit later, you get indigestion, don't you? You have to be kind of.
Not necessarily. I've seen.
I hardly ever get indigestion. Hardly not ever.
I've seen scientific reports that say that you should actually eat late at night.
Back of the class, Diana. Chrissy says, "Back of the class, Diana."
And I say you only need 2 more points to get your free denser entry.
What?
You only need 2 more points to get your free denser entry.
You mean I'll get kicked out of Densa?
No. You get made an on. If you get 2 more denser points, like
I'll be honorary member.
Like nectar points, you get to be honorary membership for life.
Honorary membership for life.
Honorary membership of Denser. There's only 2 people ever achieved that.
Never too late or early for pizza. Blind Neil says never too late or early for pizza.
That's right, Blind Neil.
Oh, I don't know about. I find pizza hard at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's just one of them things. Right, do you know what I'm going to do? Because it's such a slow process, this. I'm going to whack on some other bits.
You're going to dry it with your lightsaber.
I'm going to use my lightsaber.
You're going to dry it with the lightsaber?
This is way too slow.
Okay, there you go.
Let's get the lightsaber.
This is a working show, and you know what? I know.
Right, no, because of this paper, right? I'd let the paper just dry naturally, especially if it's cotton. But because we're on limited time now, I need to get my finger out. So why am I sticking to so much? Here I am. Right, I won't be a second.
lightsaber. He's got a pink lightsaber, guys.
I wish it did make that noise. It'd be great. I wonder if you can get like one of those digital things when you switch it on, it goes. Anyway, I'll be a few seconds. So you guys, if you want to do any normal jiggery pokery that you do while I'm mutated.
Mutated. Hello, Ohio River Bobby.
Oh, Ohio River Bobby. I didn't even see him come. Where is he? I haven't noticed it. Oh, now I see him popped up. Ohio River Bobby, valued channel member. His link is down below. Shout out to Ohio River Bobby channel. Pretty much a channel about current events, kind of pretty much.
Oh, he should have joined. He should have joined in the chat earlier during my rant.
Yeah, I think you would.
You'll have to watch the replay, Bobby.
Yeah, and don't miss out the one about the toilet talk. I can't believe it.
About what?
Toilets. I was just like.
Yeah, but that.
What does John Quinn say?
Yeah, Bobby's doing current events. It relates to what Governor Cuomo's doing in New York.
John Quinn says, I got the ruler from the nuns back in the day. They made us kneel on uncooked rice too. Ouch.
My husband would get the ballpoint pen stabbed in his head.
Really?
Yes, they were evil. Even if he had the answer right. They would be like saying, do you know the answer? Do you know the answer? And like jab him in the head, stab him in the head with a ballpoint pen. And he was a smart ass. So he would say things like, oh, sister so-and-so, what is this? What's all the boondock wine doing outside in the trash? And he would get dismissed very last. Then he would go home and tell his parents, and they'd say, well, what did you do wrong? Like they just defended the nuns all the way.
Mm-hmm. They were mean. They must have been very unhappy people. Ohio River Bobby says, LOL, sorry, I was watching a fight on another channel and now I stepped in to pick on Diana.
And now he stepped in to pick on Diana. Oh no, they're not. Really. No, it's just all in jest and humor, and nobody means anything.
Welcome one and welcome all. That's what they say.
But I did not grow up in a Catholic school, and I'm glad. Nobody ever touched me. And the principal actually did have a paddle in his office. They called it a paddle. But I always did what I was supposed to do. So no principal was ever going to touch me.
No. I don't doubt any teacher would have dared to even touch me. As our header, our little mini mafia at school. Kingpin.
Mini mafia.
We'll get you. We know where you live.
We know your address.
We did.
Madonna says,
I know, and guess what? What Madonna said? Her comment was held for review. I just had to. I had to show or hide it, and I decided just to show it.
Oh.
I wonder why YouTube did that.
Oh, it's a robot.
Why did you
understand common sense?
Comment. Why? Look at her comment. Why would YouTube hold that for review?
IamTraciLeee.
The one teacher made a thick paddle and drilled holes in it. It hurt like hell.
Oh, hell. Maybe because you used the word hell.
Hell? You can't use the word hell.
Maybe you could use like, I don't know, oh dear.
as in bloody hell.
God, they're harsh, aren't they?
Right.
My
So
goodness.
Now I'm gonna do.
I used to hear that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny. Oh, I'm not going to read what Chrissy wrote.
Bye, Goswina. She's off to bed. Bye, Goswina. She's off to bed.
Well, it's coming on towards 12 o'clock for Goswina. So we have
Good night, Goswina.
Oh, wow. It's getting late for her.
All the best.
Good night, Goswina. Sleep well.
Night,
Say
Goswina.
hello to Will for us. Yeah. I'm caught up with the. Oh, no, hold on. John Quinn says British have a different meaning of the word fanny.
What? What word do they have? What?
Let's not go there.
Read further.
Fanny is your butt.
No, it didn't.
Oh boy. Okay. That's our meaning for fanny.
I know, it's so funny. Anyway.
Anybody got any more rants? Have they got any more rants that we can sort of get away from the
come on, Dan. We want to know your rant because we haven't heard a rant from you for a while. They're always really funny, your rants.
This live stream.
Come on. We know you've got one in you.
You talking to me?
Yes.
Come on,
Rant
oh my
of the
God!
week.
You caught me off guard. I don't know. Let me have to think.
You're our roast. You should have one prepared.
No.
Yeah.
No, I thought that every weekly rant wasn't required anymore.
Hey. Oh. Anyway, so right.
Oh my God.
What makes this work really well? What makes this work really well is the inclusion of these very, very dark things like that.
I have a rant.
I tell you.
Hey, come on, bring your rant out.
The restaurants around here, when we went to the yellow zone or whatever they call it, that yellow, and so restaurants could open at 50% capacity. You could have indoor and outdoor seating, but at 50% capacity. And now the governor got all upset about how many cases there are. So now he's rolled it back that restaurants can only have 25% capacity, and the bars are closed in the restaurant. If you want alcohol, you have to sit at the table and eat.
Hey, well,
I just a little upset.
You
rolled it back to 25%, and you know what they should base it on hospitalizations rather than like whether just what people got cases there are.
Well,
absolutely.
If they're having to deal with loads of people going into hospital because of it, they've got to have some sort of control system. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, you didn't ever properly close down in America anywhere, and this is the reason why you're having to re-shut down. I mean, basically, literally, there were nothing open here in Britain, nothing at all. There weren't anything to go out for, so everybody stayed at home, and we're starting to get on top of it now, although it's still bad.
Well, the grocery stores never were. The grocery stores where you get food were never open.
One or two of them were open, allowed to be open, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Not
right.
That's it. There weren't anything else. There weren't any going out to a restaurant or going out to a drive-through or going out to anywhere else. There were essential food shops, and that's it.
Well, that's what pretty much Illinois was
only
like.
Once a week, and only if it's absolutely necessary. And that's what we got told, and that's what we ended up having to do.
Can I just say something that we've had a very interesting comment by Bobby, and Bobby says, fact is, a lot more testing, and every time a person tests, they count it, so some are listed up to 15 times for that same person. Oh,
Yeah, that's just the count, though, isn't it? What's the key number is how many people have actually died from it,
or been hospitalized.
Well, it don't matter. I mean, people go in hospital every day a week, don't they? That's irrelevant. What is relevant is how many people's died. You've got to look at it from that viewpoint. They're human beings that died when they shouldn't have done.
Well, I think they should catch it. The statistics should catch it before they become a death, and the hospitalization should be counted as important.
In what sense?
Hospitalization is very important.
And
to know that who's hospitalized is very important before the statistic tells us it's a death. It's very important to know the statistic of who was hospitalized.
Bobby says,
but I mean, just take into account that it's a trailing account. By the time they're in hospital, they're already dead.
Well, I don't know. You're assuming a lot right there.
No, by the time you get those statistics, they've either died or they've been cured, right? So what's the point? All we need to know is how many people have died, so we can get a decent. Because problem is,
you look at the numbers though.
There's way too many people.
The deaths are about 1%.
There's way too many people in political environment trying to cajole this and trying to say, oh well, it's all right because of this factor or that factor. No, it ain't. People dying. That's what's called bottom line.
Yes, but again, people die, Ian, for years and decades. People are dying of the flu. We're not shutting down the country and taking away civil liberties.
The flu, even though it's a similar viral infection, it's very much similar. It's not as potent as what that is. So you can't really.
Do you want?
The thing is, at the end of the day,
it's now time.
Are you asking me now that time? Oh, listen, Blind Neil says if you want the real numbers and the latest news, his opinion is watch Dr. John Campbell. Okay. Thank you for that. And he was telling some blind jokes.
Thank you.
He told 2 blind jokes.
Yes.
Which I read and then they were funny and
John Quinn
and I commented on his joke.
Concentrating on this painting.
Well, yes, he wants to. We need to see his finished painting, right?
No, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be talking. I'm just saying I didn't see it because I'm concentrating on the painting.
So Ian, for example, last flu season, the United States had around 50,000 deaths due to the flu. Okay, so that's just one number. Okay, guess how many cases were there out of the 50,000?
What do you mean?
Guess.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
How many people had the flu in the United States? 50,000 people died.
Yeah, like flu kills people because of generally low immune system and old age, right?
Yes.
That's why elderly people. That's why elderly people encouraged to get the flu vaccination, right?
Right.
And in exactly the same way, although it's even more potent, this virus gets to people who have got low systems or have got compromised, and it's mostly those
underlying health issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, ironically enough, in America, there's loads of people who are like that.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is you never answered my question about how do you think, how many cases do you think in America, if 50,000 people died, how many had the flu?
I would, hundreds of millions.
Take a guess.
Hundreds of
try
millions.
40 million.
40 million.
40 million. Okay,
listen,
the whole world right now with this COVID is not even close to that 40 million. And the reason why is because this is a new virus, different test. We don't have enough tests and stuff like that. So I'm sure we're at 40, 50 million people with COVID. And we survived last year.
There's well over 1 million people just in America that
I understand that. And also back in 2015 when Obama was president, what about the H1N1? 200,000 Americans died just 5 years ago from the H1N1, and none of this was happening. There's some kind of show going on here.
And it just shows the incompetence of the leaders that we have. Right? My
Bye, Blind.
My advice.
Thanks for your comment.
Bye, Chrissy.
You guys in America have a unique. You have a unique opportunity.
Oh, bye, Chrissy.
Right. See you later. Bye. You guys in America have a unique opportunity in November to show the governments of your country what you think about them, and don't vote.
Oh my goodness.
Don't vote. I'll never give my vote to any human being on this planet ever.
Can I just read something that's just been put up?
Yeah, well, what has politics done for mankind other than keep it in a constant cycle of things going wrong?
Yeah.
Fact.
Bobby says, hello again, Bobby. Bobby says they are using an old test for the past virus and it's only 30% right at this point. Okay, I'm going to shut up, LOL. Yeah, me too. I'm going to shut up. To quote Bobby, I'm shutting up.
Well, I mean, to be frank, there is no answer to this. We've just got to bite the bullet. If we live, we live. If we die, we die. And at the end of the day, all we are in the politicians, we're just cannon fodder. They don't care about you. Do you really think that they care about you?
No, they really don't.
No, they really don't.
No.
So,
and
you know what?
I think
the politicians in our country. Do you know what they've been doing this last couple of weeks? Right? We have companies in this country that specialise in all sorts of equipment for tackling COVID and all that sort of, all specialised chemistry people, right? Right? What have they gone and done? They've gone and given contracts to the friends who don't even run companies to set up some business to sort it all out. That's the corrupt system that this world allows. And there's absolutely no way I'm going to... Anybody who votes, more fool you. Honestly.
I totally understand. But
John,
no matter what year it is or what decade, that there's always going to be corruption. So you either vote or don't vote. I vote for the best candidate that's good for me because that's the democratic way. Majority rules.
Democracy don't work.
And I also do it to vote because in honor of those that died for my freedom. And it gives me the right to bitch. I can bitch now. I can complain because I voted. If you didn't vote or whatever. You don't have.
No, I don't agree with that. If I make a stand not to vote, that still gives me a right to say, well, I told you so, and they are a load of rubbish.
Well, but either way, whoever you vote for, it's basically all rubbish.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
They're all puppets. The global elite runs this world.
Yeah, people with money. That's it. And best way to deal with
politicians don't care about anybody other than
keep out of their way as much as you can. Keep as invisible as you can, and just live your life the way you want to live your life. And if anybody tries creating a problem for you like that, just say, well, at the end of the day, you've got a choice. You can either abide with me in peace, or you can abide with me as your enemy.
Yeah.
They're the two choices in life. In reality,
you know what they say. You know what they say? They say keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer. There you go.
Yes, that's right.
Remember that one?
Keep your eyes wide open, and get your news from various different places. Don't get it from just one place. What I do is I don't watch much of the news. I follow press conferences. I listen to press conferences, the Q&A section, and body language, and I piece it all together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And there's a lot of watch what this hand is doing while they're doing something else with the other. It's
you know this COVID and everything, right? A scientist wrote a book on it about 3 or 4 years ago, and he absolutely 100% predicted exactly what would happen. And he didn't do it because he's got some special powers. He did it because he used common sense, and he looked at all the situations going off in the world, and he said, right, eventually that's going to do that, and it's going to mutate, and it's going to come into human race. And if it comes into the human race, it'll probably end up killing us all. So, you know, we need people who are realistic and common sense leading us, not the idiots who've got political ideologies.
Yes, that's true.
And until we get something like that,
somewhere, even you have to make a decision. You can't, you know what I mean?
Well, I made the decision many years ago, never ever to vote ever again. And I prefer it that way.
I can understand that.
That's certainly your right and your freedom to do that.
Mm-hmm. We don't mean to say that I can't be an active member of society.
Anywho,
woohoo! Getting on to some meaty stuff tonight.
That's funny, John. That's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. John says his father used to always say Washington, D.C. is Hollywood for ugly people.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
It's not even. So you guys tell me it's not even a proper. It's not even a proper place, is it? Is it made up or something?
It's what made up?
Washington, D.C.
No, it's a district.
It's a district. I thought you said
District of Columbia.
I thought you said that it was some like specially made up place that didn't exist originally.
No, it's a real place.
Just a political region.
Yes.
Yes, it's not considered technically a state.
Right.
DC stands for District of Columbia.
Yes, right.
I see.
Yeah.
And
very complicated America. Because you've got counties.
I tell you what,
and you've got states, and you've got districts,
even
and areas, and you think, well, what's what?
Well, it's just like I guess the way to explain it, it's like a house, right? You know, you have a house, and then there's an area that's designated for business. So you have a conference room in the building, right? So it's kind of like that. The U.S. is a house, and then that District of Columbia is our national government business. That is an area that's designated for that. It used to be in Philadelphia. Then it
did it really?
It went to Washington D.C.
A couple hundred, about 100, couple hundred years ago.
All right. So
yeah, they moved. They moved
and that's the capital of America, or is it the political capital?
That is the capital of the United States. Yes, Washington D.C.
Because sometimes in some countries it's not necessarily the case, is it? Just because it's the administrative capital, it doesn't mean to say that it's the cultural capital of a country. For example, I'm just trying to think of one. Maybe Rome. That's the capital, cultural capital.
Diana, we have a comment that's helpful. Sorry, Ian.
All right.
We've got a message that's held for review. Diana.
Ooh.
Sorry, Mr. Jackson. Carry on.
All right, I have to hide that. Sorry, Lisa. I don't know. I'm just trying to make a quick decision there.
Yeah, she's laughing. She don't care.
She don't care.
She don't care.
Lisa.
She's laughing. She don't care.
Sorry.
Politics. See what it does.
Sorry.
Well, it's a really good party.
So, like all our states, each state has their own capital, right? And then those capitals, coincide with Washington D.C., so to speak. But each state is individual.
Now that brings it back to what you were saying earlier, right? That's the reason why
it's 6 o'clock, Ian.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh well, I'm done. I'm drained.
It's 11 o'clock, guys.
So we have a happy thumbs up. We have a happy thumbs up dance and a super chat from Gracie Shack, and we have happy thumbs up for 20 plus thumbs up today. So let's pump up the volume.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume.
Oh yes, we do know those 80s songs.
Damn, I pressed the wrong button.
So how many subjects did we cover, Gracie?
Come on, Gracie, have you done your job? I bet she's not.
We covered toilets.
Right.
We covered the V word, which I'm not going to say. I'm not saying the V word. No.
That's your prerogative. Go on.
I remember we did that V word.
No. We've done it well there.
You can keep
Robbie says put your mask on.
We're taking it out party style. We got a super chat, and we met the 20 thumbs up challenge.
Beautiful painting, Ian. Beautiful painting.
Thank you, Paul. What are we on now?
Beautiful painting.
What numbers are we on now?
Everybody can see my new pants if you stick around. I got new pants on.
Oh dear.
They're really they're really awesome.
Gracie, what numbers are we?
We are 12 watching, and we are 20 thumbs up.
20?
21. Last time I looked anyway, but it always goes up and down. Oops, I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, put your glasses on. We don't want you having a fall or anything.
Oh God, no.
Woo, ice cream.
Woohoo!
I love those
shiny. Yeah, Lisa loves them.
I bet Elton John's really jealous now, Diana.
Spicing it up.
Yeah.
Lisa likes your pants,
Careful,
Diana.
Diana. Yeah, me too. Anthony says, "Oh my God."
Well, my husband approves, Anthony. He approves of these pants as being just fun for my channel.
It says, boy George is looking for his pants.
You know what, Ian? I solved the problem with that electrical problem. It was her pants making that noise.
That's it, creating static. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, that's a proper throwback to
Yeah.
Have you not stuck to your pants? Were you poured into it?
All right, we're taking it out. We're taking it out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, Ian. Bye, Donna.
Bye.